Greetings, everyone. Welcome. I have a little extra time at the end of the stream today, so I'm going to do the thing where I draft and maybe play a game, at least a game, and then we're going to call that the extent of the YouTube contents, unless I come back, unless for some reason I end up playing them on screen, on stream later. But my expectation is that we're going to run through this draft. We're going to play one game, and we're going to call it an event. So let me know in the comments if this is a type of content format you like, just focusing on the draft and one little play instead of playing out all the games in the YouTube video. I'm curious if that's a slice of content that is appealing to some percentage of my audience. And a slice of content I know is going to be appealing to all of my audience can be found at cardkingdom.com, because they have the contents of magic cards. Everything you need for your physical game is available at cardkingdom.com. You can get supplies, singles, and sealed product, and maybe you want to bling out a commander deck. Maybe you want to start that cube finally. Maybe with being inside a little bit right now, you want to battle standard with your roommate. Whatever it is, if it's magic-based and it's tabletop, Card Kingdom has you covered, and they have you covered in a very sensible, conscious way of the health crisis we are dealing with around the world right now. They have adopted some new strict policies around how many employees are around at a time, and how they're approaching keeping everything clean and disinfected and sending out pristine packages to you for all of your magic needs. So if you're worried about Card Kingdom being in business during this coronavirus campout, they are, and they're looking to help you out with your magic needs. So check them out, and check them out via my affiliate link. Lets them know you got there from here, and the cycle of streaming life continues. Thank you, Card Kingdom. All right. Starting a draft. What do we got? Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis. This is not a card I don't even own this on our main account. I own 0 copies of Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis from the main account. And I rarely play her against her because she's a mythic, so I barely even know what Elspeth does. Let's read her together. 4 mana, 5 loyalty, -1, up to 2 creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Very aggro. Create -2, create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. So if you don't have any creatures, at least you can get it going with that. And you can gain some life at the -3. But then, of course, one of the big games of the Elspeth is that it's a escape planeswalker. So let's take Elspeth and see if we can't make her work. This is an account where we don't have to rare draft. We thought Elspeth was a garbage mythic. We could not take her. But yeah, Elspeth would have gone great in our last deck. As it is, we're going to take her here, see where it goes. Blessing jumps out at me here, and we just had a pretty good looking Boros deck. We could start down the Boros path with Blessing plus Elspeth. And there's not much else here to compete with it. Sunmane Pegasus is okay. Is good, but probably not worth taking over a Blessing just because it's a white card and we have Elspeth. So, yeah, Peggy is good. But do you agree with me? We're on Blessing here, though, right? It's not a time to take Pegasus just because we have Elspeth. So I'm going to take Blessing and see where we go. Pilgrim is awesome. I like it more than Pious Wayfarer. We were talking about a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month plus ago now, about where I was at on the Wayfarer. I had not been playing a lot of aggro in the format, so I had not been running the Wayfarer a lot. And then recently I've been playing a lot of blue-white tempo aggro and Boros aggro, and Wayfarer has gone way up for me in that context. So I do like the Wayfarer a lot in the aggro enchantment deck, but I still think Heliod's Pilgrim is the abstract, better white common. So I have him in the Apathy. Apathy is the best, Pilgrim second best, and Wayfarer probably third best, competing with Pegasus. Like Pegasus and Wayfarer are in a similar place for me, but we'll take Pilgrim here. Envoy is nice for the blessing stuff we have going. Pilgrim's going to find us more auras. I like it better than Will or Blessing here. Maze Warden is also good. We could just take a good creature, but I like moving in on our synergies over the Maze Warden. Oh, where's the Chimera? I have Chimera 4th behind... well, Chimera and Pegasus are right in there together. But probably 5th behind Pegasus. So I'm going to take Envoy here and try and wheel one of these two. That would be nice. We only have the one red card. We could take Rise to Glory and see about backdooring into the black-white aura deck instead. But we also have a Manticore on color. Solid, fine. But not amazing, right? It is an enchantment, so it triggers enchantment stuff, Constellation. But I think, yeah, we can just spec on Rise here. We just have the Blessing. Let's take an equivalently powered card. See where the bots want us to be. Here, I like Wayfarer over Wrap or Escape Velocity, especially over Wrap. We know we're going to be white, so let's take the Wayfarer. Here's a Wrap for leaning back towards red. We could just take a Glory Bearers as a pretty whatever white card, but again, white we know we're going to be, red not sure. So given the certainty of white, I am going to take the Bearers. It's probably worse than Infuriate and Wrap for what the deck is trying to do. You could make an argument for Triumphant Surge, but I want to get I'm very hyper aware of my creature count these days, and this is a creature, it supports aggro, and it's an enchantment, so it supports Constellation. It's not amazing, but it's fine. Aspect is the pick to head towards Rise to Glory. Fishify introduces the blue possibility, and Wrap is like the 7th Wrap we've had a chance to take. But I still don't like a Wrap here. I would rather hedge towards other colors to support the white. And yeah, so I'm going to take Fishify. Maybe I'll get those staggering insights that we had to not play in our last draft. And so yeah, let's take Fishify, see where that leads. Basically, we're just trying to have the bots tell us what to do, whether we're adding blue, red, or black to our white. Seaguard technically kind of helps with that plan, but I think I just like the Familiar. The Familiar is not amazing, but if we do end up in blue especially, I like getting those insights on the Familiar, and we're not passing much. I mean, Trickster... I'm going to take Familiar. Oh, I don't even see that card. Yeah, so here's another Familiar, but I'm going to take Starlit Mantle here. It's good. And we are getting some signals that blue may be the place we want to be. Eidolon does Constellation stuff, but not much more than that for me. I'd rather have a Seaguard on the ground. Wow, Maze Warden comes all the way back around. I was considering that for the pick in its first time around. So let's take it, continue to... Yeah, Dream Trawler, right? Let's just get Dream Trawler and it answers everything. I think Portent matters, although Escape Velocity does. As a last pick, this is great. Mantle, powerful rare in the one color we don't have in our pile yet. And what is the cost? Boy, this is a garbage pack for us. Very disappointing. Probably just want Blessing over Omen. Omen is fine. Blessing protects kind of what we're trying to get up to here. So I'm going to take Blessing as a really sad pack to pick one. Wow, we've got Anax, which is an incredible creature. We have Blessing, which is just so right on plan with what we're trying to do. And also Anax is double red, and we're more heavy white. So I'm not going to take Anax. Somebody commented recently that I made a mistake by not taking Anax in a previous draft. The trouble is you really need to be heavy red before you're super happy with the dude. I'm clearly not as high as some people, because I was told it was a clear mistake not to take Anax, but red is real, and the death trigger is not as important in limited as it is in constructed, where you're battling against wrath effects. So despite the temptation of Anax, we are definitely heavy white, light something else. Let's be light red and take a Blessing. Maybe cross our fingers and get an Envoy back. Hard to say. Sometimes it comes back, sometimes not. All right. I think, I mean, we're taking Apathy here. I don't need to cut any colors yet. Apathy is a clear pick there. Now we get a final death if we want to back into black again. But we do just have an envoy we can grab, and then I think envoy. I think we're probably not in black, and we take envoy, and we're probably in red. And then we see about, like, we could take final death, but we're not close enough to black. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the second envoy. Here's a third envoy. I don't want a third envoy. I'd rather have first aspect. Deacon wanted a spec. I like where we're headed on red, Deacon. And we might wheel another envoy, so I'm going to take aspect. Oh, well, Starlit Mantle says we could bank back towards blue, but I don't see it. Like, if this pack had delivered us some insights, some staggering insights, I would have locked in on the blue, but we didn't really get the blue here. Yeah, Hound maybe is where we're at. We're weak on twos, especially. Yeah, let's take the Hound. There's one. Here's another one. I'm going to take a second 2-drop Hound over the hero. And I don't want Amulet. We're looking to be Boros again here, and I don't like Amulet and Boros aggro. Unicorn could top out our deck. That wouldn't be the worst. Final Flare number 1 over Velocity number 2 makes some sense here. Glory Bearers number 2 over Revelers number 1, I think. Unless we're just thick at 4. We're pretty thick at 4. I don't think we're ever running this, though, so I'll take it and we'll decide. Yeah, we're looking a little bit more control-y, it's true. Another 5-drop to consider, but I don't want a second Final Flare at this point, so I'm going to take another 5 for consideration. Chariot, unlikely to see play, but maybe. And look, the Envoy... Wait, this isn't even... Is this the Envoy I thought might wheel, or was it the other one? Anyway, we'll take the Envoy. All right, hook us up, Pack 3. Hook us up. Couple of green rares teasing us in packs 2 and 3, but a third Blessing and a third Envoy, yes, please. This looks good. We've got Alseid of Life's Bounty. That seems very strong here. Nothing else competing except maybe Sentinel's Eyes, but we'll wheel that. Banishing Light saying coming up Millhouse, although I would like the Wayfarer, but we can't pass the good removal. I will say though, right now I'm on Apathy over Banishing Light. I value Apathy more than Banishing Light. Banishing Light can be removed at instant speed to great disaster, whereas Apathy, while it doesn't get non-creatures, both puts the Apathy back in the graveyard when you activate the exile and prevents escape and prevents them from killing your Apathy at instant speed and making your day awful. Bonus draft, Chesapeake. So anyway, we take Banishing Light. Another Annex, ouch. But we have Reverent Hoplite or Hero of the Pride. I would like some more 2s, but we do have 5 2s now. That's pretty good. And it's possible that Hero or Underworld Hound wheel. And if we take the Hoplite here, let me take Annex. Do you want to take Annex over Hoplite? Maybe I'll pull this one. I'm curious if people are on Annex, Hoplite, or other. Hoplite gets better if we have a lot of hero stuff going on. We don't right now. So one problem with Hoplite is that we're not doing the hero thing yet. Annex edging out Hoplite. Yeah, Penguin has a point, but Penguin may be framing it a little unfairly. I would add those two creatures both make some 1/1s. One of them is a 1/2 for 5 that produces potentially a ton of 1/1s immediately with no additional work. The other is a 4/3 for 3 that produces some tokens later on, maybe. So, yeah, and makes worse 1/1s. So I think it's a little disingenuous to frame it exactly as you did Penguin, but it is certainly what we're looking at in terms of that choice. But yes, I am with. I think the Dumbledore argument is a little better because right now, again, a bunch of 1/1s doesn't actually do anything for us. That's the problem. Whereas Anax can actually do something for us. So, and with Double Hound, we're going to need to up our red count anyway. So, yeah, I just wanted to clarify, Penguin, right? Like the massage your point just a little bit. All right, what are we taking here given our curve needs? Leonin fits into where we need it most in curve, but Pegasus obviously better, but Hero also useful in this type of deck as well, as we've seen. Yeah, like we're probably not playing 2 Glory Bearers. We're probably not playing the Maze Warden, although it's fine. Maybe it's better than Glory Bearers, although maybe not. Maybe not playing Velocity. Yeah, we don't have a Peggy yet. Oh yeah, we're not playing Unicorn. You're right about that. I don't think I'm going to take Peggy. I don't blame you if you're on Hero, though. Here's a great hero for us to grab, though. I love it. 2-drop Hero is better for us. Kind of as many as we can get, but now that I have 6, I'm happy. We have 6 2-drops. That makes me feel a little better. And we take Sentinel's Eyes here, which I like over a mediocre 2 or another 5. Well, we didn't get there on Constellation. I mean, we do have Pious, but I take an Omen here. We don't need a 4th envoy over Omen. And another 2 for us. I like it. Another Eyes or another Leonin. Well, we could, at this point, cut both Rage Hounds, cut Anax, take Leonin, and really be just splashing the red. I'm not settled on that. I'm just looking at that. The benefit of this play, that we get to make our mana base more 10-6 if we end up 16, or 10-7 as opposed to 9-8. If we run Anax, we really need to be at least 9-8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to take Leonin to give us an opportunity. Ooh, this is interesting. Wrap in Flames or another Pious. I actually think I want the Pious a little more than the Wrap, because we have flyers that are going to get blessinged. So like 2-3 flyers should be enough. Well, that's not super exciting, I suppose. But I feel like we have the evasion to get there. We have the inevitability. I'm going to take the Wayfarer over the Wrap. Another Glory Bearers. Another Leonin. With that Leonin, I wish I'd had the other Eyes, but I didn't know I was going to get that one. Anax, is it good enough to run if we're trying to be light red? Like, I kind of want to cut this, look at this. 15-11. What'd you call Breed? Yeah, Familiar can go. That's a good point. But now I want to take out a non-creature if I can. What can we get rid of? Maybe the Final Flare. We got 3 Blessings and an Omen and a Manticore, so let's get rid of the Final Flare. Did you say to yourself, that other Leonin is going to wheel, and therefore he doesn't need to take that first one? Or did you just happen to get lucky that there was a Leonin down the path? Because that, I mean, it doesn't help anybody that you called it if it was just chance that, you know, hey, we got hindsight's 2020, right? That just sounds like a hindsight 2020 boast. I still like where we're at. Again, I don't know if I'd want to play 2 eyes, even if we had it breed, because we do have Elspeth to escape. And I'm gonna stick to my guns and cut Anax and make this a more 9/7. It allows us to go 9/7, maybe even 10/6, as I said. Do you like 9/7 or 10/6? $97 or 106. Curious where chat's at. Omen we would like early, because if it gets a 2-drop early, that's nice, you know. But everything else you can do late. We can even cut the Maze Warden, and maybe we cut the Maze Warden and add back in another Bearers, and then that reduces our red even more. Nobody wants to go 10/6. I kind of want to go 10/6, but maybe if I do 10/6, I'd have to remove the Warden. And what are we going to call this? Let's say blessing. Those blessings leap out at me. We got 3 prides, 3 blessings, 3 envoys. That's really boring, Ryan. You just used 2 card words. Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like that name. Lost my pride. 3x3. I like triple threats. That's good. You're liking the Boros, Oni? I'm gonna skip the lands. Let's just get in it. All right, nothing for the middle turns, but we have a 1 and some nice 4s. We're going to keep this and try to find some 2s and 3s. Land, and especially a mountain, not what we were looking for. Please, no more mountains deck. All right, Omen is something to do, but obviously we're not going to go to their face with it just for an extra point of pious damage. We will see if we can't get something that they play this turn. Might even wait to untap, because we don't have a 3-drop yet, and unless we draw one, we're not going to have anything to play. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna... That doesn't get it anyway, but Omen on attacks, if they choose to block, will. So let's see if they want to block. They're going for it. Dreamstalker Manticore. We're going to kill that. We can't envoy plus blessing. We could just Pegasus here and envoy blessing next turn. I kind of like that, and I'm actually gonna send in the wayfarer. I think they can't block. Running a bluff. All right, bluff worked, and Pegasus comes out. Especially after we wrecked them because of their block last turn. I figured they'd be gun shy. All right, well, they're going to get one card to replace that Furious Rise, and now we get to do as I hoped. Envoy. Blessing. Flooding a little bit, but our plays have been great, so hopefully that keeps us going. We're running, I was going to say, I'm going to upkeep Scry because we're running low enough to the ground that an upkeep Scry would probably find us a play. All right, well, that was so fast, I'm going to give you a second game. Pretty soon, yeah, Oni. Soon. Yep. Oh, deck. So teasing. We're gonna mulligan this and try to find aggro. It's a little better. And I think we want to bin the mountain. Yeah, it's a good curve out. We actively want them to play something next turn so that we can bless it. Although if they don't, we get Envoy, and then Blessing just costs 2 next turn after that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and Bless now. That's okay. Glory Bearers is okay for us if we can just keep it up in the air, which it looks like we're going to be able to. I don't see Sentinel's Eyes mattering on the Wayfarer, so we're just going to go Envoy. Eyes on the other Envoy and get a huge attacker here. We could split it up, except it would cost me damage this turn, so I'm going to go for Battle Cruiser mode. Gary's all right. We just don't want him to mess with our flyers, and then we're pretty happy. That's unfortunate. We do get... We don't have Eyes fodder yet either, which is too bad. No blocks. Oh, deck. Give us something besides lands, please. We could actually lose this race in the face of... just drawing lands, But let's see, 5. Yeah, I don't even want to. I was thinking of chumping with the wayfarer so we could cast the eyes, but it doesn't do much for our clock. At least not on this turn. So I'm going to just take it if they attack here with everything. Oh, deck, come on. Wow. All right, well, now we go for getting them into 3, chumping with the wayfarer, Sentinel's Eyes on the envoy, and finish them off. And that's thwarted if they can cast something on our turn with Lionfish, or if they can just get through with enough damage. But that's our line. If they have nothing, we have the win. At least we have a plan. And I'm going to go full control, or at least set stops bluff. And then it looks like we have something when we don't, and maybe they'll change their behavior a little bit. You never know, but... yeah, if they have something for our turn, we lose. If not, I think we win. And I think it's that simple. Oh, okay, now we have two avenues to the win. That's great. And in fact, Blessing just gives hexproof to both of these, so I think we should have the win here. So Lionfish is trying to tap this envoy, so we'll prevent that tap and should still get there. What do you mean, Alucardio? I'm just the best. At this moment in time, in my own head. And even then, not really. Easy game, Bo Beans, right? Just top deck what you need to survive. No problem. Razor's pushing for a 3rd game because it is not noon. Fine. You got me. You got me. This ought to be the last game, though. Unless it's over in 5 minutes. If it's over in 5 minutes, I'll play again. Anything past hour 55, I'm going to skip, though. I am stuck inside, but my reality, the irony of my situation is that I do everything inside anyway. Nothing changes for me. I just still have the same adulting stuff waiting for me this afternoon, you know. So yes, it doesn't matter that I'm stuck inside. It's just that I have other things I need to do. We can't seem to get 2 of our color in the opener, but we did splash the red here a little bit. We're 9-7 on our Plains Mountain split, but I'm going to keep this on the strength of Wayfarer and 2 Leonins that we can play. And on the draw, we get a couple extra draws to find something mountainous. Would like to not trade for this Viper and instead find red for the Omen. Another Wayfarer, but I think we just go for Leonin here. Max our mana. If we come up with a Plains next turn, we have Wayfarer, Leonin, or Banishing Light, depending on what makes sense. Mountain off the top would be insane, though. We get Pious Wayfarer into Omen. And that should clear our way for quite the attack. Typhon, now we really want to find our mountain and get that thing dead. With the blessing. We want to omen the Viper and blessing the Typhon. I'm going to get Envoy in case we find a mountain off the top, then we can cast the blessing still. And, boy, I could make Leonin 4, but I don't want to trade it for the Viper. So I'm not going to. Yeah, I would like any land in our deck at this point, and then we can banish the Typhon. They are totally in the colors to punish us for enchantment-style removal, though. Hey, we found our mountain. Awesome. And we need it, though, to get rid of that boar. I looked away, waiting for Oppo. And now, that's okay. We get Banishing Light on the boar. And then we'll get Iros' Blessing on the Typhon and Omen of the Forge on the Viper. And then they're left with a Caryatid and 2 cards we don't know about. So, pretty sweet, actually. We'll be fine. And let's just get in with the air here. Nice. They had the repeal, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We at least have 6 damage on defense. So we're going to say no attacks. And if they attack, we're going to hope that they can't save the boar. If they can't kill any of our creatures or save the boar, it's not the worst for us. That's even okay because they don't get extra toughness. It's not great, but it's okay. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we do stay alive too. Oh, sorry, we had 6 on my turn, but now we only have 5. So that probably means we lose. Unfortunately, I don't know what we can draw here. Yeah, my maths were on last turn when we had an extra point of pump. Too bad. They had the goods. We were 1 Mystic Repeal from stabilizing and doing good work, but now we're toastier than toast. We can't survive because of the trample, right? There's nothing. We need to somehow draw the removal, but we don't have the capacity to do so, so we are just dead. Darn it! Oppo had some good stuff, but they needed all of it for us to not stabilize there. They needed all of it. So I like how that went for us, actually. I mean, I don't like how it ultimately went, but I thought we played that well, and we really made Oppo have to use everything they had to keep us from being able to turn that around. That being said, though, I am done now. We're going to find a raid target. I'll jump into Soapbox first, though, and say thank you, YouTubers, for hanging out. You got 3 games out of that instead of the 1 I promised. Let me know what you think of shortened draft content, though, and take care of yourselves. Bye.